We ended last session with a padam sung in which the Naika, the heroine, tells her friend, she confides in her the state of her mind, her misery, that her beloved seems to have forgotten her. Padams are a compositional type, which are Shringara based. The content, the tone of the padam is romantic. And as in the case of the padam we heard, the Nayaka or the hero is often a deity. And but the description of the Nayaka's state is all very it's all based on romance. Now Bharata in his Natya Shastra lists 8 kinds of Nayikas, 8 kinds of heroines, Ashtanayika as they are called, and this has held sway and has held the imagination of performers and artists from various poets. Now the Ashtanayika, basically it's a heroine in her relationship to the hero. So we have the Mugdha, for instance, who is bashful and young and inexperienced in love. Then you have the Vasaka Sajjika. This is she who dresses up, adorns herself and goes out boldly to meet her lover, the confident. And then you have the Swadhina Bhartrika, she who is fully in command and she who is fully confident of her lover's commitment to her. And then you have the Khandita, she who is angry with her lover for any transgression he might have committed. And then you have the Virahotkanthita, who is in pain, suffering because her love is either not paying attention to her or has gone off, has left her. And you have the Vipralabdha and so on. So you have 8 heroine prototypes, heroine types, and Padams and Javalis, as we will see. They are they depict one or the other Nayika. Now which Nayika it is and how it has to be interpreted, especially by a dancer, that is up to the dancer's imagination and reading. Padam and Javali are always spoken of in tandem. They have many commonalities simply because the theme is Shringara, romance. But Padams in general are more dignified. The music is more dignified. The literary content is also more restrained. In general, there are Padams that can go overboard, and Javali on the other hand is more racy. The music itself is generally racier, and the love as it is depicted in Javali, it is very earthy. Kshetriya was a very important musician, Bhagyakara, who lived before the Trinity in the 17th century. He was born, he was named Varadaya by his parents, but he got the name Kshetriya because he was always traveling. He was going to Kshetras, various places. And his compositions, now Padam and Javali, because of their Shringara content, are immediate fodder for dancers, for use in their abhinaya, for the expressive part of dance. And his compositions have survived through that tradition of dancers courtesans and temple dancers and court dancers. And we owe today's repertoire of padams to these families, especially the family of Veena Dhanammal. Srimati Brinda and Mukta, they have been very sensitive performers of Padam and Javali in the previous generation. And today, unfortunately, not many sing Padams, Javali or Javali for that matter. Padams are heavy pieces, they are very nuanced, and both the performer and the listener need a certain amount of preparation and certain amount of commitment to bring off a padam. But Bharatanatyam dancers very often perform padams and javalis. As I said, taking any composition, any padam or javali, the dancer can interpret it in varying shades, and it can be very interesting to watch how the padam is interpreted and how it is presented. We have a short demonstration of a padam in dance by Anuradha Venkatraman. The padam is sung by Sri Vidya Sridhar Kumar. The padam it's a Kshetriya padam. It is in the raga Nada Namakriya, which is a very heavy, nuanced raga. And the mood, the Nayika is clearly Virhodkantita. She is in utter despair that her lover has left her. It's so, the padam goes like this. Ayyayo Vigatayanna. Alas, have I become uninteresting to my love? We used to be together lying in the sari pallu, and suddenly I seem to have become uninteresting to him. There was a time when he would get a lamp before the sunset because he couldn't bear the thought of losing the sight of my face even for a moment. So as soon as the sun set, even before the sunset, the lamp would be lit, so that he was not denied the sight of my face even for a moment. This was my love, and suddenly I seem to have become uninteresting to him. This is the padam for which Anuradha Venkatraman will perform a short demonstration.
Payyada பையத பை மீத ஜேரி பௌபலிம் சீயுட சாமிகி ஐயையோ வெங்கட ஆயன நாசா மீகி ஐயையோ வெங்கட ஆயன நாசா மீகி ஐயையோ வெங்கட ஆயன நாசா மீகி ஐயையோ வெங்கட ஆயர
Now, Javali. This Javali, the Nayika is brazenly inviting the Nayika to come to her. Samayamide Rara. She says, as you can see the text here, the Nayaka is ultimately it's Venkatesha, but the content of the Javali is otherwise very almost brazen, where the lady inviting the man. ಸಮಯಮಿದೇರ ರಾನಸಾಮಿ
తామసించకురారా సమయమిదేరారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదేరారా నా సామి తమసించకురారా సమయమిదేరారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదేరారా నా సామి తమసించకురారా సమయమిదే కమలవైరి కమలవైరి చనుదచిన కాక్షలిడర దూరా కమలవైరి చనుదచిన కాక్షలిడర దూరా కమలవైరి చనుదచిన కాక్షలిడర దూరా సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా మగడూరలేడునా మామగారి జోలిలెడని మగడూరలేడునా మామగారి జోలిలెదని మగడూరలేదునా మామగారి జోలిలెదని వగదెగ తెలిసినదిగా వాటి పంతమేలరా వగదెగ తెలిసినదిగా వాటి పంతమేలరా వగదెగ తెలిసినదిగా వాటి పంతమేలరా సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదే మన్ననచే నీవు వచ్చి నన్ను గూడియుంటినట్లు మన్ననచే నీవు వచ్చి నన్ను గూడియుంటినట్లు మన్ననచే నీవు వచ్చి నన్ను గూడియుంటినట్లు నిన్నరేయి కలగటి నీరజాక్ష వెంకటేశ నిన్నరేయి కలగటి నీరజాక్ష వెంకటేశ నిన్నరేయి కలగటి నీరజాక్ష వెంకటేశ సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా సమయమిదే రారా నా సామి తామసించకురారా